God has revealed throughout His Word a great desire to be worshiped and a high regard for how He is to be worshiped. However, if you walk into a random selection of churches on a Sunday morning, there's no telling what their worship will be like. Many are driven by pragmatism, as they design their services around attracting the lost. Similarly, many churches are driven by an aesthetic that seeks to entertain those sitting in the pews. Then there are those who are falling prey to mysticism, chasing after emotional highs and worship experiences. The sad reality is that many of our churches believe the right things on paper, but what we practice tells a different story, revealing the continued need for a reformation of worship. Worship that is regulated by the Word of God and shaped by the gospel of Jesus Christ. This is why G3 Ministries is committed to equipping men through biblical worship workshops.
During these two-day workshops, a limited number of pastors and other men who have a shepherding and planning role within the corporate worship of their local church will come together for intensive training. The workshops are designed around three components: instruction in foundational principles, small groups, and model services. The large group instructions will cover topics like why biblical worship matters, what should be included in worship, how worship should be ordered, and many other practical considerations. The small groups are where participants will work together in putting these foundational principles into practice in their worship planning and share feedback with one another. Finally, the model services are opportunities for attendees to see and participate in biblically faithful worship that is gathered around the Word as we seek to sing, pray, preach, read, and hear the Word of God.
I came to the workshop already convinced of the need for biblical worship. I was already confident in the men who were leading the workshop, but I left more equipped and more encouraged than I even thought possible. The way the workshop is set up, helping men like me who are preaching pastors who may not be involved in leading the singing each week, but I believe are certainly responsible in planning the service, and the workshops are so designed to help pastors understand that need and to equip them for that.
Join us for one of our upcoming biblical worship workshops as we together pursue a reformation of worship.